Hello everyone, and thank you once again for joining me at B-Movie Euphoria. Today we're going to do not a review, but an unboxing video, because I just got a box, and I'm not going to stab it because there are movies in here. Today's package is from the Arrow Video March Madness sale, and they had some really good stuff on there, so it was extremely hard to not buy more. So let's open this up and try not to destroy the movies within. Okay. I'm gonna cut the finger off. Okay. Alright. So, we have bubble wrap. That's good. Okay, so the first movie we have, I have a little backstory on this because I used to host a movie night. I'm going to host movie nights again once things are safe and we're all vaccinated. And, well, at least when I'm vaccinated anyway. I used to host a movie night in the basement of a pizza place called Cult Pizza, and I would have to come up with themes, and along with the owner, we would come up with movie-themed nights, and then we would play a movie every Friday, and then later every Saturday. So, one of the themes one month was Punk Month. I'm not super into punk, but I love the aesthetic, and Ryan, who owned Cult Pizza, was the biggest punk on the planet, so he knew everything about punk movies, but I wanted to find a movie that he had never heard of and that was like essentially punk. So I did some like digging, and I finally found this film, Burst City. So, there we go, and there's the back. I'll open it up, see what's in there. So basically, I just researched punk movies, trying to find the best, the craziest, the weirdest, and there's actually a book out there that me and my co-host, Alex Bernhardt, both own. We own it together. It's like our child that we pass back and forth every year or so. Which, that reminds me, it's my year. Burst City is an explosive Molotov cocktail of dystopian sci-fi, Mad Max-style biker wars against Yakuza gangsters and the police. Riotous performances from members of the real-life Japanese punk bands, the Stalin, the Roosters, and the Rockers, and the INU. In a derelict industrial wasteland somewhere in the outskirts of Tokyo, two rival punk bands and their unruly mobs of fans gather for a battle of the band-style protest against the construction of a nuclear power plant, bringing them head-to-head with the Yakuza industrialists behind the development of their turf. So like a very 80s kind of plot where it's a band of people that have to, work together for a common goal of saving their favorite space from industrialists, which they are still the bad guys, definitely. So we have this cover, which is pretty nice, pretty awesome. And then we have the inside, and it looks like we got a little booklet, and ooh, Arrow always gives a nice little postcard for a upcoming release. So that looks really, really good. And then I guess there's a reverse slip cover. Let's see what that is. Ooh, that is much better. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do the Michael Keane thing and flip it around. But yeah, that is incredible. I'm so excited to watch this. It wasn't available anywhere when I was hosting movie nights, so I went on the internet, searched everywhere I could find, found a boot or a rip. And I downloaded it, and we watched it, and everyone went wild because it was this insane movie that no one has ever seen, and I highly recommend it. So I've only seen it once, but I highly recommend it. It's just insane. It's Mad Max with Japanese punk music, and just people fighting, live performances, and everything is good. It looks like it has audio commentary by a Japanese film expert, The Punk Spirit of '82, so a documentary on that, and then an exclusive 27-minute interview with the academic and independent filmmaker Yoshihiro Tezuka on Jizu Eiga and the making of Burst City. This next one I have not seen. But out of all the movies that I looked at, besides Burst City, this one looked the most interesting. And it's from a director that I'm not 100% a fan of, just because sometimes his work is a little too just gross to look at. Just the grainy, grimy feel of it is just too much. But this looked great. The trailer looked really good. And just the title, She Devils on Wheels. So it's Herschel Gordon Lewis who brought us Blood Feast and 1000 Maniacs and countless other bloody, gory, grand guignol, crazy, messed up movies. This one kind of looks like it might be a little bit tamer as far as gore. So let's open it up. See what the alternate cover. And I'm pretty sure there's a tab that I could just pull and open this up, but I haven't gotten an Arrow video in a while, so I am trying my best. Okay, so that off. There we go. Oh, there's the little tab that I could have pulled off. Anyway, so there's that. Wild, vicious, with motorcycles as their lovers. Experience sights and sounds beyond your very imagining as Godfather of Gore, Herschel Gordon Lewis, tackles the biker chick sub-genre with She Devils on Wheels. Have you ever heard the saying, "It's a man's world"? Well, don't dare repeat that to the man-eaters. A raucous, rowdy, and randy gang of female bikers who ride their men just as viciously as they do their motorcycles. When they're not racing each other to get the first pick of the stud lineup, these female Hellcats are busy terrorizing the town and clashing with the rival male gangs. So, intense. Looks very intense. We don't get a booklet, but we do get a Crimson Peak little postcard thing, and a bunch of releases from Arrow. But we do get a flip cover in there. Let's see. This definitely looks... It's usually the inside flip cover is like the original poster art, which is pretty good. But I think I'll keep the outside. I like what they did. I'm going to be watching these, possibly reviewing both of these, depending on how good this one is. Thank you for watching B-Movie Euphorias unboxing of the Arrow March Madness sale. And stay safe, everybody.
We guarantee that this motion picture will be an astonishing experience that you will remember for the rest of your life.